having you here. So today's video we'll be making Uziza soup. This soup is so delicious. Let me give a rundown of the ingredients I have here. I have beef. You can use any protein of your choice, but I want to use beef for today's recipe. And I have stockfish. This is the head. I've cut it in pieces. I have the Uziza leaves itself. Then I have achi as the thickener. You can use ede or ofo. I have palm oil, smoked chicken, and I have Uziza seeds itself. This adds a very nice flavor. I have iru, then crayfish, and yellow sand pepper. This pepper is my go-to pepper whenever I'm making Nigerian soups. It adds a distinct flavor to your soups, people. Then I have dry fish also. So let's get cooking. First, in my pot, I'll add in the beef. I've washed this beef already. I'll add in the stockfish. This is washed also, and they both have the same cooking time. I'll break in 2 beef seasoning. I always like to break it so that no one will be chewing on it if it doesn't dissolve. I'll add in salt, spread it across. I'll mix it in for all the seasoning and the salt to come into the beef with the stockfish. I wouldn't be adding water to this at this point because it's going to generate its own juice. I'll cover this and cook for 10 minutes on medium heat. We'll get back to it in 10 minutes. As we wait for the meat to boil, let's prep other ingredients. This is the crayfish. Please wash your crayfish to avoid sand in it. Add it into my blender. I'll add the Uziza seeds. I'll add in pepper. Add as much pepper as you can bear. This yellow sand pepper is always more spicy than the other peppers. I will add in iru, the locust bean. Now I'll add in water to be able to blend it easily. I'll blend this till it's very smooth. Please take note of the Uziza seeds. It's hard to blend. Make sure it's smooth. I'll keep this aside. Now I'll pluck the Uziza leaves. This is how it comes from the farm. Pluck it one by one. It's all picked now. I'll be washing this with a little salt to kill any germs that might be there. But before then, let's go check on the meat. 10 minutes later, see how much juice, how much water this meat has generated. I'll add more water to top the meat so that it can help it cook till it's almost tender. Now I'll give this a stir just to mix it properly with the additional water. I'll cover this and cook it for 10 more minutes. So I've washed these Uziza leaves. I washed it 3 times with a little salt to get rid of any germ or sand. Now I'm arranging it. When you arrange it well, it will be easier for the cutting. Laying it on top of each other straight. Here we are, well arranged. Just squeeze out the water. Let's cut the leaves as thin as possible. When you arrange it properly before cutting, it gives you thin strips like so. I'll send them into the bowl. This is 10 minutes later. Now I'll start adding other ingredients. The beef should get more tender within the rest of the cooking. I'll pour in my blended mix of iru, crayfish, and pepper. Like I said earlier, I'll be using achi as the thickener, and instead of adding it directly, I'll be mixing it with a little warm water. Please, not hot water, warm water. I'll mix this, stir this to dissolve. The purpose of this is to help it dissolve before pouring it in. If you pour it in directly, it might form lumps, which you want to avoid. I'll pour it in. By the way, I use 3 tablespoons of achi. The quantity you use should depend on the quantity of soup you're making. Now I'll add in the palm oil. Please source very good palm oil so that this soup will come out top notch. I'll stir this to mix very well. I'll cover and cook this for additional 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes later, and I'll give this another stir. Please note that I've been stirring it occasionally within the 10 minutes so that it doesn't burn, and you can make the consistency as you like. It's a little bit loose now because when it's cold it tends to harden up, so you can add more water or not add, just as you like it. Now I'll add my smoked chicken and smoked dry fish. I'm adding this at this point because it's not hard at all. It doesn't take time to cook, and I've washed this with hot water and salt. Now I'll mix all this in. Please like this video if you've watched till this point. Liking it will help my channel. Please also subscribe if you've not done so. Also share this video. Someone might be in need of it. This is the point to check for your salt and seasoning. Mine came out perfect. I always say that your salt and seasoning should be proportional to the quantity of food you're cooking. If you're not sure, you add in little per time and adjust as you cook along. It's time to add our Uziza leaves. Now turn it together. We are almost done. Like I told you, this soup doesn't take so long. The Uziza leaves, they are not as soft as ogo or water leaf, so we'll be cooking this for additional 3 minutes so that it will release all its flavor into the soup. I'll cover this and give it 3 more minutes. 3 minutes later, wow. What will you be eating this with? You can have it with semo, eba, pounded yam, any swallow of your choice. At this point, I'll be saying bye-bye. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.